Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Wahid Anwar, and in this video let's take an overview of the recovery schedule in project management. Okay, so in every project delays are almost unavoidable. You can say it can be due to weather, resource shortage, design change, or unforeseen challenges. Okay, so when these delays threaten to the timely completion of a project, so the project managers need a structured way to regain control, and this is where a recovery schedule comes into play. Okay, so a recovery schedule is essentially a revised project schedule that's created when the original plan is no longer achievable. Okay, so its main purpose is to bring the project back on track by implementing corrective actions, improving productivity, and ensuring deadlines are still met. Okay, and you can say unlike the baseline or initial schedule, the recovery schedule is focuses on problem solving of the project. So it identifies where the delays have occurred, assesses their impact, and then introduces the targeted solution, such as adjusting activities, adding extra resources, or you can say resequencing work. Okay, in short, recovery schedule acts as a roadmap to recovery, guiding the project team and stakeholders toward timely completion despite the setbacks. Okay, so let's start. First, we have here the introduction. So, what is a recovery schedule? A revised project schedule developed when a project is delayed, then designed to bring the project back on track, then focuses on corrective actions, productivity improvement, and deadlines compliance. Okay, so a recovery schedule is a special type of project schedule that we prepare when our project faces delays. It is basically a revised version of the schedule created to help us to bring the project back on track. Okay, so the main purpose of recovery schedule is to find ways to overcome uh, lost time and avoid further delays. So it does this by focusing on corrective action such as improving productivity, adjusting resources, or changing the sequence of activities. So, in simple words, whenever a project slips behind its deadline, the recovery schedule becomes a action plan to uh, realign the project with its original goals and commitments. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so next we have key features of a recovery schedule. Okay, so a recovery schedule has some important features that make it different from the baseline plan. So first, you can see we have here the identifies the delays. So compares current project status with the baseline, then determines root causes, where the resources, design changes. Okay, so it identifies delays by comparing the current project status with the baseline schedule. So this helps us to understand where the project is slipping and also highlights the root causes, whether it's bad weather, lack of resources, or it is due to change in design, etc. Okay. So second key feature we have here the adjust activities and resources, resequencing task, adding manpower, equipment, working overtime or extra shifts. Okay, so this could mean resequencing tasks in a smarter order, adding more manpower or equipments, or even working overtime and extra shifts to recover lost time. Okay, so third key feature we have here, the maintains or adjust the critical path, focus on critical activities, driving completion, use float from non-critical tasks. Okay, so it focuses on the critical path since critical activities directly impact the completion date. The recovery schedule either maintains or adjusts the critical path. It may also use float from non-critical tasks to give more room for critical activities. Okay. So finally, approval and implementation. So revised uh, and approved by stakeholders. Regular monitoring of recovery action. Okay, so the recovery schedule requires approval and implementation. It must be revised and agreed upon by stakeholders, and once applied, it needs close monitoring to ensure recovery action are effective. Okay, so in short, these key features makes the recovery schedule a practical and powerful tool for getting projects back on track. Okay, so I hope key features of a recovery schedule are clear. Okay, so move next. Next, we have here the methods for schedule recovery. Okay, so in picture you can see we have here on the top we have here week, you can see timeline, then here we have the normal, then fast tracking, then crashing. Actually here we have the example in a, in a picture. Okay, so here you can see again we have here the fast tracking, crashing, resequencing work, then scope adjustment. Okay, so the first, let's discuss one by one these methods. Fast tracking, perform task in a parallel. Okay, so this means performing a certain task in parallel instead of waiting to finish one before starting the next. So it can save time but may also increase risk. Okay, so the second, you can see here we have here the crashing. So we add extra resources such as manpower, equipment, or shifts to speed up the work. So this manually increases the cost but helps to meet the deadline of the project. Okay. So the third method we have here, the resequencing work, optimize activity order. Okay, so actually, in this approach, we change the order of activities to make the workflow more efficient and reduce delays. Okay, so then fourth, we have here the scope adjustment, remove or modify scope to reduce delays. Okay, so sometimes reducing or modifying the project scope can help to recover the time, especially if some activities are less critical or can be postponed. Okay, so this method provides flexible options for project managers to bring project back on track depending on the situation. So I hope these methods which we use for project recovery schedules are clear. So now move next. Next, we have the importance of a recovery schedule. Okay, so here we under the importance of recovery schedule, we have here the prevents cost overruns and liquidated chain damages. Then provides a clear action plan for stakeholders. Then sports contract compliance and EOT. claims, then improves team coordination and communication. Okay, so a recovery schedule is very important because it helps to prevent the cost overruns and liquidated damages, which are a common risk when projects are delayed. So it also provide a clear action plan for stakeholders, so everyone knows what steps are being taken to recover the project. So another key benefit is that it supports the contract compliance. In many cases, it also helps in preparing or you can say justifying EOT extension of time for claims. Okay, so finally, a recovery a schedule improves team coordination and communication. Since the project team works with the shared focus on recovery action. Okay, so so next we have conclusion. So under conclusion, you can see recovery schedule. Schedules are essential tools for project managers by analyzing delays, optimizing resources, and focusing on critical path. Projects can be brought back on track, then ensures deadlines are met and stakeholders' confidence is monitored. Okay, so recovery schedules are essential tools for project managers. Okay, so they provides a structured way to respond when projects fall behind. So by carefully analyzing delays, making the best use of resources and keeping focus on the critical path. Recovery schedules helps bring projects back on track. So most importantly, they ensure that the deadlines are achieved and stakeholders confidence is maintained even in a difficult situation. Okay, so I hope everything is clear related to the recovery schedule. Now we will move to the tool Primavera P6 and we will learn how to make a recovery schedule. Okay, so now let's move to the P6. Okay, so now you can see we have here a very simple project. Okay, so in this project we have all the tasks critical. You can see here. So first of all, we will maintain the baseline. We will go to the project, then maintain baseline, and click on add. Click on OK, then close. Next, we will go to again project, then we will assign baseline. Okay, like this. Okay, so now click on OK. And next, let me show you uh, one more thing here. We will go to the view, then bars, and if you will need to show the baseline bar, so you can display by clicking in this option. Okay, for the primary baseline, let me show you. Okay, you can see here baseline bars has been appeared, but I am not going to show these bars. Okay, if you will need, so you can show. Okay, so next let's add some columns. You can add required columns. We will go to the view, then here you can see columns option, and I want to add a one column after activity name from percentage complete for activity percentage complete. Okay, so after this we need to add one more column from duration. We need to add a BL project duration. Okay, like this, and original duration. After baseline we need to add after original duration we need to add actual duration as well. Okay, so you can have remaining duration, and you can have after remaining duration you can also add the variance BL project duration as well. Okay, so if you don't want, so you can remove. If you want to add, so you can have. Okay, I'm going to remove this column, And after start and finish, we need to add two more columns from dates from for BL project start and then BL project finish like this. Okay, so I'm going to remove these columns like for the resources then by the total cost. If you want to have, so you can, and you can also add more columns, but I just want to make it simple, so that's why I have just removed these columns. Okay, now click on apply and okay. Now you can see we have added all the required columns. Okay, so next we will move to the status to update this task. Okay, so before updating this task, yeah, let me show you the start date. Here you can see project start date is the 9 October 2025. Then finish date we have here 8th January 2026. So same date under BL project start and BL project finish you can see here. Okay, so now let's update the first task. Here we will click on start date, then we will click on finish option. Okay, so let's suppose this task A, completed in 15 days. So I'm just taking some examples only. So the planned duration was 10 days, but actual it took 15 days to complete. Okay. So you can also update the resources as well using this column actual units, but I am not going to add the actual units. Okay, so I am just I need to update the days only. Okay, so that's why I have just updated here. So look, here we can see the finish date of this task. We have 25th October, the same date we can see here. Okay, actually you will see the baseline duration, baseline date will not change. Okay, so let's suppose this task is completed on 25th October. So the next task will start 26th. So what we will do, we will run the schedule from 26. Okay, so let me show you. And one more thing here, you can see on 26 we have here Sunday. We will choose next day. Okay, so system will automatically update the start date for next activity, the working day from working day. Okay, so system will automatically choose the 27. Okay, let me show you. I have choose 26. Let me show you. Click on schedule, and now you can see here the system has automatically update the 27 October, the start date for the next task. And you can see there is no change in the baseline project start and baseline project finish dates. Okay. So now you can see in the total floor we have here minus 5 days. Okay. So because we spent 5 days extra, so that's why. Okay. So let's one add update one more task. Let's start it, then finish, and let's suppose this task took 13 days to complete. Okay, so let me show you, and its finish date we have here, that is the 10th November. Okay, so here same date you can see here, 10 November, and let's suppose this task is completed on 10th November. So we will run the schedule from the 11 November. Okay, look, we have here the 11 November. So okay, now you can see we have here minus 8 days. Okay, so next we will apply the recovery methods which we have already learned before from the slides. Okay, so first we will apply the first method, that is the fast tracking. In fast tracking we will perform the task in parallel. Okay, so before applying these methods, what we will do, we will make a copy of this project. Okay, so let me show you. You can make a copy of this project. here we have the project. Okay, so you can copy, right click, you can make a copy like this, you can paste here like this. Okay, you can see here, and you will also check in the baseline as well. Okay, so I have already copy here, you can see, but you can also if you don't want to make a copy, so you can also remove this baseline. Okay, so you can make a copy of this project for recovery schedule, and you can also use the same project. Okay, so let's suppose we want to use the same project for the recovery schedule. So what we will do, we will go to the project, and first we need to remove this baseline like this. Okay, let me show you. I have removed the baseline, and let me delete the baseline as well. Okay, like this. So now you can see here we have removed the baseline. Okay, so next we will apply the methods for the schedule recovery. So first method we will apply, that is the fast tracking. Okay, in fast tracking we will perform the task in parallel. So how we can perform uh, this fast tracking, let me show you. So in a fast checking, you can overlap this task as well. Let me show you. We will enter here like -5 days here. Okay, and I will run the schedule, and let me show you. Okay, you can see we have here -3 days, and you can also, let's suppose if I put here -8 days, so it will be fully recovered. You can see here, you can see here, so there is no float. Okay, so zero float we have. Okay, so this is the first method we can recover using fast tracking. And let me show you, you can also start these activities parallel. Okay, let me remove this one please now, and I will go to the relationship types and choose the SS. So you will see here, but because now you can see we have here the float 2 days. Okay, so you can also put here like lag for 2 days to remove this lag. Okay, like this, you can do like this. Okay, so this is fast tracking. Okay, so let me remove now. I'm going to put here 0, and again I am going to choose the FS relationship. So this was our first method to recover the project schedule. So second method, we use crashing. So in crashing, we will add extra resources to the uh, task to uh, to reduce the duration. So we need to check on which task we can add more resources, and where we have available more resources, on which activities we can add more resources to recover our uh, schedule. So first, let me show you how many days we have here. 15 days. So let's suppose I have choose this task, and it will take 15 days to complete. So I need to apply the crashing method. So first I need to go to, you need to choose first task, specific task, then go to the journal option, and from the duration type, click on drop down, then choose fixed units. Okay, now we will go to the resources. So how many resources we have here, you can see here remaining. We have here the 8 units. Okay, so let me add, let's suppose, actually we have assigned units. 8 hours, 8 units means the one helper. You can see we have assigned here one helper. This is the simple example. So let me increase resources. Let's suppose I need a 2 for daily basis. So look, I have added 2, and its duration will be automatically reduced here. You can see before there was 15, now we have 8. Okay, so now let me run the schedule, and let's see what will be happen. Now you can see now we have -1, and somewhere else in other activities you can also apply more resources to reduce the activities duration. Okay, so let me just try to add more resources. Let's suppose 17 units, and let's see what will happen. Okay, now you can see. So by using crashing method, we can also recover our schedule, and now you can see we have assigned more resources, and you can see we have recover our schedule. Okay, so now let's apply the third method. Third method, we have resequencing work. Okay, so let's apply. Let's suppose this task H, we can start with this E. Okay, so first let me remove its uh, linking, and I'm going to link with E. Okay, like this. Before run the schedule, you can see still we have here -8 days. Okay, so run the schedule, and now you can see we have recovered 6 days, and now we have -2 days. Okay, so you can also reduce the duration for the specific task. Okay, where you can think we can do so, you can also reduce this the duration for the specific task to recover the your schedule. Okay, let's suppose we have here 15 days, so let me enter here, let's suppose 13 days here. So let's suppose we can complete this task in 13 days, so that's why I put here 13 days. Let me run the schedule, and now you can see we have here 0, so it's mean we have recovered our schedule. When we will have here 0, so it's mean we have our recover our schedule. So the end date, baseline project finish date, you can see we have here the 8th January 2026, and finish date we have same. Okay. Okay, so next we will again assign the baseline. First maintain the baseline like this, like before, and again go to the product and then assign the baseline. Okay, you can see here like this we can assign the baseline. Okay, so like this we can recover our schedule. You can use any method. Okay, so I hope everything is clear related to the recovery schedule. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.